Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to the 2020 Taiko World Cup. Dolan here, joined by my main man, Incandescence. What's up, dude?
Hello, I'm doing good. Let's put it that way. How about
you? All right. We got Canada versus Spain. Canada coming off the 6-4 win over the U.S. Spain coming off of a loss to Taiwan 6-0 in the winners bracket quarterfinals. There's always some good memes from Spain, from what I hear. Of course, Barry coming off of a clutch performance where he single-handedly carried the team.
Oh, yes, you can't forget that performance against the U.S. last week. You can't.
I mean, that 1 point made a difference, man.
It made a huge difference, you're right. He carried, you're right.
It would have gone a tiebreaker if Barry hadn't stepped up. Like, Barry here. But it's going to be Canada against Spain here. Losers bracket, win or go home. The winner will face the winner of Sweden-Brazil. That match will happen later. I believe it's the match after this one, actually. Well, here we go. We've got the warm-ups. Difficulty, hell. Good to see.
It's always nice to see a Mori Mori song, though. I will say that. That is... Oh, man. Mori Mori is fantastic.
Pretty good.
Music producer, yes.
Just not bad. Might want to go give Mori Mori a listen in your free time, but not now. We've got more important things.
Very true. Very true.
There are drums to be decimated.
See, I'm not sure I appreciate that pun, but I'm just gonna go with it.
It's gonna be another one of those. Anytime we're casting, there's gonna be puns, and there will be maximum judgment.
Yes, because some of your puns are great, and then some of them I know are intentionally bad. I just can't get over it.
Well, chat, you'll have to stay tuned to see how we work in those banner plugs, because you know we always bring them out of left field.
Oh, banner plugs are fantastic, though. It's a shame that we don't have Janitor here, because he was a master at the banner plugs.
Dude, Janitor is insane. Janitor the salesman. He is truly a master of the banner plugs. By the way, if you haven't gotten one, consider it.
Dolan has one for a team that already lost.
Listen, man. Listen, man. I'm rocking the U.S., alright?
We all appreciate your patriotism, but I'm still rooting for South Korea this year.
But guess what? There's a banner for them, too. Did you know?
I do, and I have it.
Oh, well, look at that. There it is, right on your profile. Wow. How much did that cost you?
No, it only costs a small price of $2.50 USD without tax.
That's a really good deal.
I agree. That's like 2 vending machine buys right there.
Yeah, that's like nothing.
You can find $2.50 in your really old couch underneath the cushions. I mean, you make up your money right there.
Boom. There it is. And Alvaro is gonna rock the HD, you know, gotta flex. I appreciate it. The HD gamers rising up.
Hidden is...
Wait, we've got a really important question. Can I buy all of the banners? You can, but only one will be displayed on your profile, so...
If you would like to fund, if you love Taiko World Cup so much that you want to fund our prize pool that much, go for it. But yeah, you only have one at a time. I wish you could have multiple, because I
wish you could have like at least 2 or 3. That'd be so cool.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I learned the hard way last year in the Catch World Cup. I bought 2 banners, and only one was on my profile, and I was big sad.
I think Catch is the only the only mode where I buy the US banner.
Hey.
Oh, wait, no, I do it for standard too. Everything else I buy Mexico if they're in.
Well, there you go. Look at that. Vlad coming in. Barry was there for the moral support on the warm-up. But getting into actual talking about this match now. Canada and Spain. I love these matchups because we're getting to see some spicy matchups. We saw Poland and Italy. That was a great match. If you missed it, it was just a couple hours ago. But I think on paper, you would have to say Canada's slightly favored. But Spain has some good talent too. So, I mean, it's kind of really hard to say, especially with a map pool like this. But I think as the more the tournament progresses and the more difficult these map pool games, I think a team like Canada in matches like this, they just get stronger.
Well, here's the thing with Canada. I mean, you saw it in the United States match. The two players on the Canadian team that really played the entire match. No, like, it's Vlad and Jan. We did see Barry come in once. I haven't seen Rubies. I don't remember if they played in group stage around a 16.
Yeah.
I feel like I remember them playing once or twice. But it's mostly carried by those two people, so most of the time we see these two people. If they are not comfortable with what they're playing, that's when we have an issue, because it's entirely them. I haven't seen Spain too much. I know Alvaro and LZD are there, Janitor and Vlad, but I'm not entirely sure if the rest of their roster can be substituted, because I know Canada's won't really be substituted. We might see Barry carry like we did last week. We don't know, but
Let's go.
there is that questionability here with both teams.
Yeah, definitely. I mean that's really interesting because we have like a mirror match in a sense of team styles and team builds here. You've got, as you mentioned, the Janitor and Vlad for Canada, and then Alvaro and LZD. So it could just come down to what are those four players comfortable on. And I think that in matches like that, the other three players in the roster, the bench, can really make a difference. Like we saw Barry come in last week and perform well. I think that performances like that on both sides of the equation are going to make a massive difference in this match. Because if you bring in your substitute and they don't perform as well, then your chances of winning are really slim considering it's a 2v2, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That was that warm-up's already over. Okay.
Yeah, I was about to say, we just witnessed an amazing warm-up. We got a story about this. Apparently, the story was that someone told Raiden that he didn't have the balls to map it, and then he said, "Hold my beer," and there we had a warm-up.
And wow, the man did it. Good on you, Raiden.
Raiden really out here proving people wrong. Oof. Oof.
That's what the man does. Spain will be taking the win on the roll, though. And that means we're going to get to the bans. Canada will be up first. I love it when those the simultaneous rolls where they both type roll at the same time.
Okay, okay, yes. I just remember some of the things about this map. Well, I remember watching it last week, but I just remember some personal notes about it. Like, one of my maps is in the pool.
Plug. Oh yeah, Music Overload, that was played in the previous match as well. But the ban from Canada is going to be Bubblegum. Hidden 2. Oh, and HR1, so Tarot is open. Of course, that makes sense. Why would Spain ban a Raiden map?
Oh yeah, they gotta plug Raiden. It is. I was gonna say earlier, and I forgot to say. I remember this was something I meant to say on my mind. Spain is down. Them not having Raiden is such a bad thing for Spain. They've been doing great without him this year. but Raiden was another one of those star players for Spain that has been present in so many World Cups. So for him not to be present this year is like such a big deal for the Spain team.
Yeah, but also, I mean, that's got to be really reinforcing if you're Raiden, because you see your team doing this well without him. That's got to give a confidence boost to the Spanish community. Hopefully we can see them next year in full force. See Raiden combining powers with these teammates. And they're going to pick it off the bat. Look at that. Taro is going to be the one to start this match. It is banned no more. And that's going to be enough to send Barry out of the lobby.
And we're going to see Jan come in 100%.
Here we go, boys. Starting it off with a banger. I love it.
So just speaking about the map now, OD7, so with Hard Rock, we're going to be near an OD of 10. The map is 4 minutes and 20 seconds long with a BPM of 190. Reading Hard Rock on any BPM for 4.5 minutes is not fun, at least as far as taiko goes. So I really hope that these players' eyes are ready for this, because boy, it's gonna hurt.
But now the real question is, well, not really a question, but the pressure is certainly on Spain. You can't lose the Raiden map. Raiden's watching.
Yes, the pressure is on. They are honoring Raiden's memory in his absence this year, but in doing so, you've added extra pressure to yourself.
And they're squaring off against Janitor and Vlad, two veterans of the mode. But they've got to be feeling confident. Obviously, they probably feel way more familiar on it. But one thing that kind of that raises a red flag here is Canada. They banned Hard Rock 1, not Hard Rock 2. Taro's the one that's been getting the boot from the Hard Rock pool the most. Kind of thought it was going to be that token HR ban, but they banned Hard Rock 1. So that must mean that they're slightly more confident on this map than the other map. So I think we may be in for a really close showdown.
Yep, that is definitely something good to notice. But I mean, I've seen Janitor and Vlad a lot in tournament setting, because I run a different tournament where it's only the Western Hemisphere. Vlad is so good at Hard Rock. Janitor is as well, but Vlad is just better at it. So it's such an interesting dynamic between these two, and considering that Spain picked it, it's just, I think the eyes on Canada need to be on Janitor, because I think that's where the question mark is going to be for this point.
So it's Janitor and Vlad for Canada, Alvaro and Mate Gone for Spain. Should be a good one, folks. Crack open a cold one, and let's get into this match. Strong start here for Makegon and Spain. They lead off of accuracy at the moment. But again, this map is 4 minutes and 20 seconds long. Quite a lengthy pick. Vlad will find the early miss. Spain trying to pull through here. The accuracy for Makegon is good. Alvaro is rivaling Janitor at the moment. The main difference between Makegon and Vlad, but Vlad has pulled it back, and Makegon does run into some accuracy trouble, so the miss is the only thing keeping Spain in front.
Janitor now with the highest accuracy in the lobby. These accuracies are changing so much. Like I said, we are at OD 9.8. Not necessarily 10, but there's such a tiny difference between the two.
Yeah, it's basically 10. Oh, Makegon will find a drop there. Canada to the lead. Still plenty of time for it to be pulled back, but Canada growing a little bit of score advantage. They've got two really good accuracies, 99.4 and 99.2. Both Spanish players down to the 98s. Makegon is trying to recover back into the 99s. But we're not even halfway through.
Yeah, some of these patterns, they definitely do not look comfortable to play on such a high OD. It definitely looks tough to accuracy, not necessarily to hit. But all 4 players are getting through it very well. I mean, we've had some slip-ups, but we're halfway through the map now, and they're all playing fantastic.
Just a few hiccups from both sides, but Canada now, as you can see on the scoreboard, they've got about a 40k lead. I don't know if that miss from Akon was real or if it was lag. We'll have to wait and see.
It looks like it might have been a miss. Janitor's gonna find a number of... Nope, that is actually also stream lag. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna say, because the scoreboard was shifting back towards Spain. Klein had a little bit of a hiccup there. But that is gonna be a real miss from Akon. Canada are looking really good in the final third here.
Vlad finding a miss there. And it looks like it is a real miss. For a few seconds here, I'm going to make sure that it's not client lag.
Client's got us guessing. No, that is going to be a real miss from the side of Vlad, but his accuracy is still intact. They're both still at 99s. And Spain are just behind in the accuracy department here. It's about 50,000 right now in favor of Canada. Final quarter.
Alvaro finding a number of 100s. And, oh, he's going to play
Alvaro, yeah.
At the end of that.
Icon, everyone but Janitor will find misses. Vlad included. Vlad now with multiple misses. His accuracy is down to 97. Janitor, though, is keeping the pace up with a 99.
That major tank in Vlad, I saw the score bar substantially decrease in size, but Janitor is going to keep it in Canada's favor for now.
Yeah, it's going to take a meltdown now from the Canadian players to hand this one over to Spain. And Janitor is showing no signs of weakness right now with the incredible 2K combo. Everyone's played pretty well, but Canada has come to play Janitor, starting strong, and that'll be an opening break point for Canada.
That is not a great start for Spain. I would hope that this isn't something that they... Usually the first pick from any team is the pick that they're most confident on. I hope that wasn't the case for them. Because either way, whatever way you want to look at it, this was a close point. Canada did edge out a little bit due to accuracy. Janitor taking it away completely from everyone else. FC, 99.2% accuracy. But I hope Spain has more picks up their sleeve, because this is going to give Canada a good bit of momentum, and they're really going to want to make sure that they don't completely run away with that momentum.
Yeah, absolutely. But also, you know, it could just be Spain wanted to pick Taro because it wasn't banned and it's a raid map. You know, their friend, their countrymen. We'll have to wait and see. But Canada is up next to pick, and the pool is wide open. They're looking to capitalize on this break point and make it 2-0.
The question is just, where does Canada go, right?
That's a good
already
question.
Gone.
Yeah, Hard Rock is now already gone.
Yeah.
I mean, if they still feel like they want to play with the Hard Rock advantage, it would be Fremont is the only place they could go. And I feel like no mod right here would be too risky for them, considering that you really want to capitalize on this breakpoint and get some momentum going in this case. So I feel like Fremont, although it's a good place for them to play their strengths and their mod advantages, it'll also let Spain kind of potentially try to sneak in, but I don't know about DT. Might be just a bit of a risk unless they're super confident on DT.
The issue with free mod, and it's the issue for Spain, is if Canada picks free mod, both of these players are more than capable of doing it in Hard Rock. The question is, will they both do it? That probably won't happen, but if they're confident enough, that is a huge score advantage that is extremely hard to overcome unless Spain can also double mod it. So I do think Canada has almost an entirely, like, complete advantage over free mod.
But the advantage of free mod, if you're the underdog, is that you don't have to overmod if you want to. You can play multiple ways. You can overmod and try to go for more points, or you can go minimal mod and just try to bank on the fact that your opponent will miss due to more mods and consistency will prevail in the end. We have seen that happen before. Oh, and it looks like Canada have actually ran out of time on their pick. So what's going to happen is if you fail to pick in the given time, it is randomized. So this is not a pick Canada necessarily want to make, but it's going to be the apocalypse. And that is hidden.
Janitor reacting with, oh god, doesn't look like that's something Canada really wanted to pick. That is, I haven't seen that happen yet. I've seen warnings of it happening, that, you know, teams are taking too long. I haven't seen it actually get randomized yet, so...
Yep, and well, there you see the referee as he rolled out of 12, rolled a 7. Map number 7 is the apocalypse. But yeah, a lot of people often forget that's a rule, and some referees are more lenient than others, but also, you know, rules are rules. You have to pick in the time you're given. So this is really interesting, because I don't think this is a map Canada probably would have wanted to pick. Not that they're not going to do well on it, but I think Alvaro is quite comfortable with Hidden. We saw that from warm-up. No substitutions, so this could be a really good opportunity for Spain to get that point back.
Yeah, according to Janitor, this was a planned big brain strategy.
RNG has not smiled well upon Canada, but we'll see what unfolds here on the drums. Mike on with some early misses. Oh, okay.
That's a nasty note lock there, if I've seen one.
Yeah, starting off with a note lock. But it... Ooh. And Hidden, once again, Hidden is so much harder on taiko than I think most other modes. So Spain are starting at a heavy disadvantage. They've got the entire map to try to make it up, but Mycon's got to do some work. And right now, Canada's looking pretty comfortable. Vlad will find a miss. There's a little bit of no luck, some chain misses, but not as bad as Mycon's.
Oh, he's getting more. He's getting more, though.
Yeah,
that's
we know.
That's going to shrink the bar substantially. Now Spain is actually having the bar advantage. It's going to be flickering back and forth, I assume, as we get through that.
And also, eyes are going to be on Janitor and Alvaro because they're the ones doing very well on this, so they're battling it out right now. Alvaro is winning that accuracy battle in
Vlad
Spain.
note locking. Oh boy.
Vlad will note lock, and just like that, we start with a note lock from Spain. Vlad struggles.
Note locking again at the end of the stream.
Oh no. That's what, 3 note locks already?
Note locks are nasty. You can see, look, Spain has gone from being behind a little bit to being almost 100,000 points in the lead. You don't want to find note locks on String Me Hidden. Yeah,
they just went from 0 to hero real quick. But also, you know, the map's not over and you just want to avoid note locking. That's the thing. If you're Spain right now, if you're Mike on especially, just try to avoid note locking. Of course, he has no idea of knowing what the score is right now. Normally in taiko, it's not a good thing to sacrifice Zach, but there's a note lock.
Okay, but he's recovered. He's recovered. That's gonna shrink the bar a little bit.
Oh, Janitor!
He's gonna miss. Vlad is gonna note lock. Alvaro's still going strong. Mycon missing.
Alvaro keeping up 99% AC, and he is by leaps and bounds the highest score in the lobby at the moment. Vlad is struggling. And the RNG pick, it turns into a disaster for Canada. And that momentum they built on the first pick is gone. Spain tie it up at 1. I do believe, though, that's going to get rid of HD from the pool because HD was banned.
Yep.
Alvaro, though, 99% FC. You have 2 minutes to pick your maps. Let this be a lesson to every team in the tournament. Do not go over 2 minutes. You do not
Vlad.
want the RNG.
Vlad with 76 misses. Maicon with 42 misses. This is a rough map on Hidden. Any streamy map on Hidden is so rough. Once you lose your footing, it is so hard to recover it.
All right, well, Spain now in command here with the pick. Now, where will Spain go? That's the question. There's no Hidden, there's no Hard Rock. It's only No Mod, Double Time, and Free Mod remaining. Free Mod 2.
Strato Fortress.
Interesting that it is Spain picking the free mod, because, you know, we talked about how Canada probably has the advantage when it comes to just multi-modding stuff. But again, there's so much room to play in free mod. We could probably expect to at least see Alvaro on Hidden. That's for sure.
Maicon saying he needs redemption. I'm not sure if he's referring to the Hard Rock or if he's referring to the Hidden.
I think he's referring to just the last map. We'll have to wait and see how the mods stack up, but so far there's going to be no substitutions. I think if you're Spain, though, you just go one mod apiece for the players. Unless you just know that you can do the Hidden Hard Rock.
Yeah, there's always a risk for doing Hidden Hard Rock. Even if you're confident on it, combining those two mods is always risky. Specifically in Taiko, I feel like, of course, it does apply to other modes, but, I mean...
No,
like,
I definitely feel like
yeah.
that's actually a bigger threat in Taiko. Just given of how the mode is and its nature.
Hidden is considered the easier mod out of Hard Rock and Hidden, but when you combine the two together, it gets really difficult. It is a little bit easier on Score V2 because the hidden field is where it normally is instead of on Score V1 where it is almost to the entire right of your screen. So it is easier, but once you combine the fact that you have a shorter hit window to hit notes incorrectly and you can't really see those notes come into the hit circle, that's what's the difficulty about it. And for a map like this where it is so streamy, it could cause some note lock. The hit window being, or the OD being high will prevent some of that, but it is still risky.
Interesting. So it will be Maicon. He said he needed redemption. He is going for it in a big way. Maicon and Janitor, the Hidden Hard Rocks. Alvaro on the Hidden, Vlad on the Hard Rock. Interesting. Well, we're going to get right into it. Janitor with some early act drops, but he's got plenty of time to recover. Vlad with a strong start on the Hard Rock.
There is no score advantage at play here. Each team has the exact same amount of mods, even though they are different. But we are on equal playing field here.
Yeah, oh, Janitor and Vlad. That's a double miss from Canada. Janitor again.
finding another miss there, yep.
The Janitor noted before this that he hadn't played well on most free mods in the tournament, and he's already struggling pretty heavily here in the opening sections of this one. 96%. Alvaro's looking comfortable. Maicon, 99.6 with the Hidden Hard Rock. He is going for redemption in a big way, and he is starting strong. Oh, but he will trip up. Note lock.
He'll find a miss there, but he won't note lock because he didn't find a bunch of misses there. Just a little hiccup. The map
Good
is
recovery.
short. We're 2/3 of the way through. Spain has a healthy lead, but it could change with how streamy this map is in a flash of a second.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it just takes like one note lock or one chain miss. As we saw, even from Mycon's miss, that scoreboard decreased, and he's finding a lot of 100s, and there goes the score. Mycon will miss. Canada now in the lead. He's trying to recover. It's still very close, coming to the end of the map.
Finding misses though. That is Canada's
my.
FC completely gone.
It's only Alvaro holding. Vlad, though, is rivaling Alvaro's accuracy. That's going to keep a minute. It's down to Mycon and Janitor.
Janitor
will
finding
miss.
misses is going to give Spain a little bit of an extra lead here. We're heading into the final seconds of the map.
Seesaw battle here. It's still winnable for Canada, but Spain's advantage is growing. Janitor will miss, and that is going to seal it. Mycon's miss at the end will not be enough. Spain take the 2-1 lead.
Alvaro with another hidden FC with amazing accuracy. Mycon doing fantastic.
Do we look Mycon and Janitor of the same act?
Those extra 9 misses for Janitor really making a difference there. Vlad with 4 misses. Very difficult to play with mods, especially hidden, which 3 of the 4
Look at how
players
close
did
those
here.
accuracies were across the board. Mycon and Janitor the same, and Alvaro and Vlad were very close in accuracy. It was the misses in that case, though, that made the real difference. So it looks like Canada are going to go for a no mod. Hanabi is the pick. Time for some speed, boys. Alright, so Spain able to capitalize off the situation and get themselves back in it after the early break point.
The issue with that, I mean, I suppose it is a break point for Spain, but the question is, were they planning on picking that already? Because if so, I mean, that kind of does take something away that they had planned pick. It does give it to them, and it does give it to them in a very substantial circumstance, where it is a break point, but it might take away from a pick that they had further down the line. So they might have less to pick from that they're comfortable with now. I think that's the only issue I can see with that.
But that issue isn't going to come into play unless the match goes on for like a long time, because right now all it's done is it burned essentially one of Canada's picks. But if the match goes on, the map pool gets narrower and narrower, and Spain are running out of options to play, that will definitely be a factor. Because if it, if that's one of their picks late in the match, that can come back to bite them. Did Janitor just roll a 99?
He did.
PogChamp. But here we go. Vlad getting a head start. Vlad, you want to slow down? You want to wait for us?
He's just going, okay.
Like, no. So we're going to get a refresh and get right back into it.
You can do it, attorney client. You can
Come
do
on,
it.
client. You got this, man. There we go.
There we go, yep.
No misses to report. But Vlad is still holding the SS. And Mycon did have a slight act drop down to the 98.5. So Canada with the lead. Mycon will find a drop now. finishers. They make it through. It's about 30K advantage for Canada at the moment. Nobody missing in the slow section. Into the final third, Canada going to try to maintain that healthy lead that they have. But Maicon will struggle even more, and that looks like it's going to be all she wrote.
Yeah, he picked up a number of misses. He's picking up another number of misses. All these longer streams are definitely extremely difficult on 276 BPM. Not friendly to the hands. The pattern structure itself is not exactly ideal. If your playstyle isn't suited to it, I know mine definitely isn't, so.
Vlad will give up the FC at the end, but Canada will tie it at 2. Rip the SS. But Alvaro and Janitor will come away with FCs. 4 100s for Alvaro.
We are at 2-2.
Now, where do Spain go from here?
See, I'm thinking about the other free mods. I know that I don't think music over. I think they picked that second free mod because they were looking specifically for the Canadians to note lock. I don't think that they're gonna go for FM3. FM1, I'm not too sure. I think Spain's not gonna go for no mod either. I'm not sure if they have an advantage on no mod against Janitor and Vlad because they are such strong players.
So what you're saying is DT.
It's like I think that their only options are DT and free mod. So man, and that's even a tough call because I'm not sure if Spain has done well enough on some of the no mod to be able to pick it against Canada. But Janitor and Vlad, when you're taking away mods, it's gonna be tough to beat them, I think.
Well, it's going to be no mod 3 from Spain. All I have are words.
Difficulty November 29th.
Mapped by the decimator of drums himself, Jai. So we'll have to see how this works out. Spain just must be confident in this one. Oh, do we see a substitution? Vlad is coming out and Lime is stepping in. One of the newer members to the Canadian squad this year. It's not Barry.
That is going to be interesting. I don't think I can recall seeing Lime play so far. If I am wrong, please don't crucify me. That's going to be interesting. Obviously, they're subbing him in because he has to be confident on the map.
Mm-hmm.
But it's definitely interesting seeing not Vlad play a no mod that isn't a gimmick, which is what we saw last week.
Yeah, so here we go. Lime will be playing in the semifinals of the World Cup. So Janitor and Lime will take on Alvaro and Maicon. And as Janitor said, put your reading glasses on for this one. So some early act troubles for Lime, but hopefully he can get into the rhythm and get right back in it.
It's not even an act trouble. It looks like he did find a singular miss there.
Oh, was it? Oh, it was a miss.
You can see the combo is different. There was no red indicator anywhere, like on the name or even on the hit thing. I just saw the X there. I was like,
Well, if it's a miss, that's actually not too bad, because then his accuracy won't suffer as much, considering that, he can recover. He's already back up to 99, so shouldn't be too much trouble, but it's going to give Spain the slight advantage at the start here. Only 1/100 found from Might Gone. And again, you can see why this map is difficult. Dense reading sections. Here come the finishers. Oh, Mycon will drop and find a miss down to 99. That's going to pull Canada a little closer. And Lime's accuracy is coming back up. Canada to the lead for now. Oh, but there's a miss from Lime. A third of the map to go. Alvaro's only found a couple 100s. Janitor's still on the SS. Mycon will drop again, though. Together with Lime, he'll trade it. But unfortunately for Canada, it's Mycon whose accuracy is superior to Lime's by a full %.
we have about a fourth of the map left to go here. Janitor's still holding a double S. Alvaro very close to it. Mike on 99. Lime struggling sub 98.
See if anything happens here. Mycon finds a couple misses there. His accuracy will drop a little, but Canada will need far much more. And there's Mycon with another miss. Will we see another? Mycon able to get back on track, but he'll miss together with Lime. But to the end, Spain will be able to limp it home for their third point. Janitor SS. A solid effort from Lime, but the reading patterns caught him off guard. Little difficult. Good to see him step in, though. It's always nice to see new players get a shot. Vlad will come back in. And Canada will fire back with no mod 6.
This is the map they meant to pick before we went to randomized.
Hopefully for Canada, they can get that third point on the board, but Spain are searching for that break point that could give them an edge in this match. And this map is just something else. A very short map that goes from 80 BPM all the way to 310. Well, here we go. Let's see how these players handle the BPM increase.
I enjoy how that is reflected in even the difficulty name. You can see how it just gets more and more spaced out. Yeah.
Here we go. Snap is literally like a roller coaster, just keeps getting faster and more crazier. As you can see, the SVs.
Mike on the first to drop the double S, followed by Vlad. Alvaro, Janitor still going strong up there.
Micon finding a few more 100s, but keeping the combo intact.
Vlad and Micon are at the same accuracy now. So are Alvaro and Janitor. Oh, Micon's gonna drop a little bit.
Here we go. Micon will miss at the start there. Down to 98. It's a big difference. There's not much time left. Unless Canada find a chain miss or a note lock. Janitor, there's a miss. Spain in front. Ooh. Could this be it? Could this be it? Can they hold? Can Alvaro, Micon?
Vlad's gonna miss. Janitor's gonna miss too.
Break point. Spain 4-2.
That was a nasty miss on Janitor's side. I don't know if you guys saw it. I don't know if you saw it, Dolan. That scorebar didn't even decrease. It just flashed onto the other side without hesitation. That was crazy.
Just skyrocketed. And Alvaro SS. Oh my lord.
That is a great play from Spain. Very much needed break point. They are in the driver's seat for their next points. They have the opportunity to be up 3 points on Canada with this pick.
Yeah, and this is a very important pick, so hopefully we can get a look at that map pool screen and see where these teams are going to go. But wow, just like that, Spain able to flip it. Alvaro, dude. An SS on that is just insane. Where does Spain go? DT is still wide open. There's still free mod. But I think if you're Spain in this instance, you have all this momentum. I think it's literally just kind of a map that you pick in the heat of the moment. What map do you guys feel like you have the best chance of doing well on? And it's going to be free mod 3 in Ken Gessitz's map.
I approve of this pick.
Music overload.
This song is a bop, let me tell you. Let me tell you a thing or two about T. Pazlite, everyone. You got to drop the bass. You need to listen to him ASAP.
Spain with a... Oh my goodness. If they get this point, they will have a very comfortable lead. But still, they have to win 3 more maps to put Canada away here. And as I was saying, it's really important for Spain to try to close this matchup soon because, you know, that pick that was burned from Canada, if Canada is able to get back into it and prolong the match, that's got to come back to bite them.
Yep, that is what you said earlier.
So, if they can get this point, they'll have a ton of breathing room.
Micon saying that this is their last pick. Alvaro, we don't know what to pick after this. So yeah, that might be a little bit tricky after them. They only have to win 1 more to force a tiebreaker, but they're going to have to pick correctly.
Well, if they win this, then they'll...
I'm assuming they win this one because this is their pick, yeah.
Yeah. If they win this, then they will only need one more to at least take it to tiebreak. But I don't know if you want to go to tiebreak with Janitor and Vlad.
That's a very good point.
I don't know if that's where you want to be. This is where Spain's going to have to dig deep and find more. Because they very much have a chance to win this match. And honestly, of the teams in their quadrant, you know, they have, it's Spain, Canada, and Brazil, Sweden. I think that Canada's probably, on paper, the strongest team.
Sweden's star players, Nuren and Raf, are very strong. So I wouldn't underestimate them.
Not that I'm underestimating them, but I'm saying that I think if you can beat Canada, you've got a shot at beating either Brazil or Sweden. Not that it's guaranteed at all.
For sure.
But the morale boost would be huge. And here on the free mod, we see Alvaro double modding, everybody else single mod. Mike on a Janitor with the hidden, Vlad with the hard rock. So Spain getting that mod advantage. They're trying to play that mod advantage. They're going for broke here. Although it is a very risky move, I think it's also a very gutsy move. I think it's the correct move. Because if it pays off here, they'll be in a very nice position. Because even though Canada right now holding the accuracy lead, that mod advantage from Alvaro that he's generating is keeping them in front for now.
We're about to head into a fairly dense section here where the streams get kind of long.
Here we go. Oh my god, note lock. He does recover, but not before the lead shifts back to Canada. But that mod advantage, it's not Alvaro. So you can't count Spain out just yet. That's the hardest thing about tournaments, and what makes a great tournament player is being able to miss and then put that in the back of your mind immediately and focus on comboing the rest of the map.
Yeah, that is a very pressuring mindset to be on, though. To know that, okay, I've already messed up a little bit. I can't mess up for the rest of this. And this isn't a short map, it's 3 minutes. What's great for Spain, though, is that mod advantage will slowly decrease Canada's lead as they go on, assuming that there are no accuracy drops or misses from here on out.
Yeah, and you can already see that scoreboard is slowly but surely coming back to Spain's side. But the pressure's on Canada, because if they falter here, there's not much chance they're going to be able to get it back if Spain just hold. So they know that they have to absolutely knock this out of the park. That's the thing about playing without the mod advantages. You have to be consistent. You have to just play well. But so far, Vlad and Janitor are looking very comfortable. Their accuracy is reflecting that. Oh no, as I say that...
Short hiccup there, yeah.
But the only good news for that is he didn't lose a ton of ACK. It was just a single miss. As he's still at a 99.8, so there's still plenty of time. But my god, will note lock again. Catches it. Not a note lock, just a few misses there. He recovers, very close. This is anyone's point.
We're going to head into the final streams here.
Canada's trying to pull it back. It's flickering. Alvaro trying to keep that mod advantage up for Spain. Maicon will miss. Canada to the lead. They just got to avoid breaking here. Canada, have they done it? I don't think there's anything else for them to miss on. Coming to the last sections. Canada, pull it back. 4-3. And Alvaro played beautifully. But Maicon just one too many misses. That was so close. 12,000 points.
Yeah, that's about to say that's probably the closest point we've seen played here today versus these two teams. 12.2 thousand points of a difference. Maicon falling apart on the second to last stream. That is rough.
But now here's a very important pick for Canada. They have to get a point on the board here and tie this matchup.
So I assumed before we started that they would win their own pick. Just so I could, you know, hype tiebreaker a little bit. But now that they've lost their pick, this puts them in an even tougher position. You have the members of Spain saying they have nowhere else to go after this, not that they know of. And they have to win 2 more to force tiebreaker. Canada is in a position here to tie it up 4-4. This is a very
DT.
tough place to be.
I like this pick from Canada, not for the reason that they're just switching up to a mod pool that hasn't been played yet. This is a perfect way to potentially get the momentum back on your side. Going to DT, when DT hasn't been played yet, accuracies are going to be all over the place on this. But also, this isn't the end for Spain. This is actually still, there's some hope for Spain because also DT hasn't been played. Canada must be feeling somewhat confident to pick it. But also, they haven't played DT yet. Janitor and Vlad have been playing Hidden Hard Rock Nomad, so there is a chance to capitalize here.
Yeah, it is good to take into account how long it took for Canada to pick DT, because we've gone through seven picks at this point. And there's 12 maps, as you said, so we're down to the last half of the pick. So it did take him this long to pick double time.
Yeah, Janitor has played all 7, and Vlad has played 6 out of 7. But the same can be said for Alvaro and Maicon. But this could be an opportunity for both teams. This is a very big pick here.
No fool, Taiko's elite mapper.
Here we go. And you can see Spain already struggling off the bat with accuracies. But to be expected, it is double time. And Janitor will give up his SS. Again, this is going to be a wild ride. But the team that comes out on top here is going to have a lot of momentum because there is another DT pick left. So far, the combos are all intact on all sides. Just an accuracy advantage for Canada right now. It's still very close. But it is Vlad who is keeping it up with the 99.
And on the opposite side, it is Maicon that's keeping Spain down a little bit. Alvaro matched with Janitor, but Maicon cannot keep up with Vlad. Alvaro's going to find a miss there.
Yeah, Canada's at 299s now. This is looking really good for them, but again, we're only a third of the way through. There is still a fair amount of time for recovery here on Spain's end. Janitor will miss, and that will give Spain a shot here. That's going to keep him in it. Although Janitor does manage to keep most of his accuracy intact at 99 too.
So Maicon has brought his accuracy back up to near 99. We're about half of the way through the map, so we have a minute and a half to go. Janitor finding more misses. Maicon going to match it though, and he found a lot there.
Oh, that was absolutely brutal for Spain. If Maicon could at least kept some accuracy intact, it would be anyone's game. But Vlad will miss now too. So everyone is missed. There are no FCs. Vlad misses again. Janitor misses again. Maicon. Alvaro, though, keeps it intact.
Yeah, that was a double miss for Canada. Alvaro not missing will help them regain a little bit of a score advantage, some score here. But not enough, I don't think. Nearly.
Still a third left. Maicon recovered once. If he can do it again, Spain will be within striking distance.
It's like that ugly misses, those ugly misses he got earlier dropped his accuracy nearly 2%. That was rough.
And he's consistently finding 100s. That is not going to bode well for Spain. Unless Janitor and Vlad do find just massive chain misses, it's not going to really change anything here. Oh, Alvaro gets caught out there. Multiple misses from him. He's down to 97, and Canada's looking real good now. And Maicon will struggle even further, and that is going to seal it. Canada are going to tie this match up at 4.
Janitor and Maicon finding misses at the end there. Not going to really change too much. Canada has tied it up. Despite being down 2, we are at 4-4 now.
And this is why that free mod pick, the music overload, was so important for Spain, because if they had won that, they would be up still 5-3.
That pick was a really... They started out great, and they were doing great for the majority of the map. They just fell apart at the last second, and that's what's giving Canada this newfound momentum that they have now. Spain has the chance to break that momentum now, though, but they are in a tough position. We both said, as well as the Spain team has said many times, they feel like they're out of picks now, so it's interesting to see where they've gone. We have played eight maps out of a map pool of 12, so...
Hopefully we can get a look at the map pool here, because the maps are dwindling down in this. Juan, can we get a look at the map pool, please? Buddy? Friend? Amigo? Compadre? Hey! Oh, you trolled us. Classic Juan.
That is crazy.
But there's what's left.
Yeah, here we go. We have 1 DT, 1 free mod, 2 no mod, and the no mod that is being played right now.
Yeah, so no mod 2 coming out. We didn't see this in Poland versus Italy. But at this point, Spain may just be going for no mod because they feel that's the best shot they have, and might as well, because Canada, it's logical to assume that Canada are probably going to go for DT1 at some point, if Spain don't. But this map is short, 2 minutes and 7 seconds long. So we will have to wait and see, but these matches so far have been really good. Is Janitor sight reading this? Nah, he's not. He's just making a pun. It's just 160 BPM. How bad could it be?
How bad could it be? Yeah.
Yeah. What could possibly go wrong?
This is big for Spain. I feel like Spain is in a corner right now. They may feel like they might not have anything else to do, any cards left in their hand. If they win this, I feel like this would give them confidence that, okay, yeah, we may have run out of planned picks, but there's still hope for us to continue going forward.
Yeah, and also you've got to remember too, these 4 players have been playing almost every single map, so fatigue could be setting in soon. You just never know until you try with some of these picks. But here we go. On to Loon here. Alvaro does find an act drop, but I don't think it's going to matter too much. And now the map is going to start picking up here in a second. Here we go. Janitor with a miss.
Yep.
That could be massive.
Maicon got really close to missing there. I was watching him play that stream, but he powered through it.
That's all you gotta do. They gotta power through it. Spain now looking good because Janitor dropped to 98. Everybody else is at 99s. A third of the map left. We'll see if the Spanish can hang tough. Vlad is keeping it up, though, with a 99.6, keeping Canada in it here. Maicon will drop. Oh, he lost a decent amount of accuracy, but it's still anyone's game. A slight advantage to Canada now in the end. Will we see any more chokes? Any misses? Any slip-ups? Maicon will drop accuracy. But it looks like no falter for the Canadians. Janitor and Maicon will trade.
Janitor and Maicon. Yeah, it's not going to change too much.
Vlad misses at the end. It's not enough to flip it to Spain. 5-4, Canada. Ho, ho, ho. 11,000 the difference. Had there been a little more time after the miss from Vlad, Spain could have come back into that match. And here we go. Canada instantly pick DT1. Canada have stormed back into the lead. But Spain got to remember they're not out of it yet. They're only down by 1.
And they're going to pick DT1. Janitor saying, Vlad, carry me.
That's the thing is, in these short maps, Janitor and Vlad have played really well, but they have been finding a few misses here and there. And we saw Spain, they just contested that pretty well. So on these shorter maps, if Spain can hang tough, there is a chance. But as we saw, the last DT was heavily favored to Canada. And now we await the start. What can Spain do here? I mean, after this, they're going to have at least one more pick. The question is, do they go no mod or free mod? That's going to be the question. Here we go, on to double time. Spain could somehow come away with this. They will actually have a solid shot of forcing the tiebreaker. Here we go. Gonna have to wait for Vlad to catch up. Don't know if that was an actual miss from Maicon or if that was just client, but it looks like it was a miss. Canada out in front. Their accuracy still at 99s, but that score bar is fluctuating quite a lot. Maicon with another miss. His accuracy now is down to 96. And he is not having a good time here. Janitor and Vlad look super comfortable on this. to the stream. Alvaro will break, and Canada will not be denied. Six, 4, match point Canada. Spain with the pick. And so now Spain, potentially their last pick. They have free mod available. They do have no mod available. And look at those scores. No mod 1, no mod 3, and free mod 1 are all that remain. And they're going to go for free mod Polygon. Again, Spain have played fairly well on free mod this match.
Try to pronounce that difficulty name for me.
Okay, what? Okay, rhombic? Rhombicosidodecahedron.
I was like rhombicosidodecahedron. I can't figure out if that I is like a hard I or a eh. Rhombicosidodecahedron. Interesting. I'm gonna look up what that is, if it's a thing. In geometry, the rhombicosidodecahedron is an Archimedean solid, one of 13 convex isogonal and non-prismatic solids constructed of 2 or more types of regular polygon faces. Okay. If you understand what that means, if you know geometry, there's that. But I hate
that
geometry.
Is a thing. A rhombicosidodecahedron. But match point for Canada, Spain. This could be their potential last pick. And Alvaro will go with Hard Rock, not Hidden. Janitor and Mycon, the 2 double mods. Vlad and Alvaro will do battle on Hard Rock, and Mycon says, I'm starting without you.
I saw his name flash red. Okay, that wasn't an actual miss. We're good. We're good.
It is just client. Canada with the slight ACK advantage at the start. It's the difference between Vlad and Alvaro, and Mycon will drop. Spain playing for their tournament lives here. Yeah, so far it's the accuracy from Vlad that is really making a difference here for Canada. With the 99.5, he is putting them way out on the scoreboard. Alvaro is trying to keep up. But with a third of the map is left, and there is a lot of score to make up here. Vlad will miss, though.
Those
Janitor will miss.
Misses. Double miss for Canada there, yeah.
Mycon will drop as well.
Too. Alvaro, the only player left, going strong with 99.3 accuracy, just about.
Spain is going to need a little more help from Canada. Question is, will Janitor or Vlad provide that miss? It is now winnable for Canada. If there is an opportunity, they can strike. But will Canada present the opportunity?
It does not look like there's enough time left for that opportunity to present itself.
Not anymore, and it looks like Canada will complete the comeback. They win 5 in a row to make it 7-4. Canada win it. Alvaro with the FC. He played a brilliant match. But that will do it. So Spain will exit the World Cup. A strong performance from them.
Very strong performance. Very sad to see Spain's World Cup run ending today. But they played a very fantastic match against Canada. They took points that we didn't think they would take.
And they could have made it even closer. Like
there were numerous points where the distance was smaller than 13,000 points. They played very strong. Canada is a tough team. Janitor and Vlad are a iconic and deadly duo to play against.
Yeah, there were 2 maps that Spain definitely had a chance to win, just missed near the ending. Differences of under 15k, but they played a brilliant match. But Canada will take the dub 7-4. They move on, and they will face the winner of the next match, Sweden against Brazil, which is going to take place in about 10 to 15 minutes. So go to the bathroom, get a drink, get a snack, get some TWC food, and come back and join us. Well, Incan, it's been fun.
It's been great. This was a great match.
But we will catch you on the flip side. 12 minutes, don't miss it. Sweden and Brazil coming up next.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Taiko World Cup 2020. I am Incandescence. Dolan had to step out, but we are joined by the lovely Nwolf. Hello, how are you doing?
Hello, I'm fine. I played here earlier today and we've seen some great matches since then. They didn't quite go as I expected. How are you?
I'm doing quite well. You know, this has been an actually very exciting semifinals. We've seen 2 7-4s. We saw 1 7-1. And I don't think that this match is going to be any different. I expect very close and exciting things from both players. Or from all the players, both teams, I meant. And I'm looking forward to this match as well.
So do I. This is yet another high seed versus top seed match. And two of them sadly went in favor of the top seed. I do like me some upsets.
Oh yeah, we all love each other some upsets.
Really interested to see how this match goes.
It's interesting because Raf and Nurend are very strong. Sebe is also a strong Swedish player, but Raf and Nurend extremely upper, like on a completely different planet level of amazing. Brazil has Hurricanes also on that same level. It's going to be interesting to see how this goes. I think this is a very interesting matchup. There's no other way to put it other than interesting.
Yeah. And what makes this even more interesting is these teams have met before this year. They were in group stage. So this is actually a rematch, and I think in group stage Brazil did beat Sweden 5-0. But I don't think Sweden will give up that easily. They will put up a fight.
It's gonna be an uphill battle, I think, for any 3-player roster to go against a full roster. But I think they can do it. I have faith in Sweden.
Yeah, so do I. Always waiting for the tiebreaker potential. We did see Sweden play the tiebreaker last week. No reason to not repeat that.
While we are waiting for things to get underway, I will take this moment to plug banners again. If you would like to support one of your teams, you may buy a fancy, very high quality profile banner on the Osu store for $2.50 USD. I have one for the South Korean team because I believe and hope that they will beat Japan this year and that they will reign Taiko World Cup champions for this year. But I digress. If you are a Brazilian supporter, if you are a Swedish supporter, if you are a supporter of anyone that has made it past the round of 16, go and buy yourself a very amazing, snazzy banner. Only $2.50. It is totally worth it.
No taxes.
Yeah, and even better, no taxes. It's great.
Visa Kurako. I know that map. That was a tiebreaker we didn't see.
Yeah, that was that was a tiebreaker. Yeah.
It does look like this is not our actual warm-up, and that we're going to see two different ones. Yeah.
So just to like kind of fill in what's happening with what's happening behind the scenes, I guess. We are trying to get warm-ups underway, but one of the warm-ups are possibly not appropriate. So we're taking a second look at that while we wait.
Walter is denying the fault.
Because it looks like it's been shot down.
You are able to copy, write down the link and look at it yourself. And maybe then we can all find out why we're not going to see this. For good reasons. Hopefully we are going to see warm-ups. Because they're always an important part of a match. Maybe Brazil at least has a warm-up. So Iken, how do you think is this match going to end? I know the pick'ems are very much in favor of Brazil.
So, yeah, I mean it's tough to put Sweden in a winning position because they have such a tiny roster. But I feel like it's very easy to underestimate Raf and Nurend. They're two very strong players. I feel like they are more than capable of taking off points off of Brazil, and if they practice enough, I would not be shocked at all if they won the match. So to see it entirely favored towards Brazil, it's not surprising, but I feel like there's still a pretty good shot that Sweden can take it.
Yeah, I agree. And we are going to see a different Swedish warm-up, which is a Middle Island song, Rose. This is a very good song. I actually love this song, but it's hell to map. Unlike Del Rio. Great map, by the way.
Are you talking about your Del Rio or AABC's Del Rio? I mean, I know what you're talking about, but I'm poking you.
I'm not going to answer the question. Also, never. Middle Island is a great artist. Sadly, we didn't have any map this year. We did have two of them last year. One of them was a Fowlinch one, very old mapper, who has returned recently. Maybe they should map more Middle Island for next year. Hint, hint.
Maybe I should map more Middle Island in general.
You should. And when you might have more maps in TWC. Forehead.
I really wanted to map a set of Del Rio. I still do, but it's not an easy map to make a set of. It's long though, so maybe I'll make like a small set of it.
I've recently seen the Middle Island song I didn't hear of yet. I think it might have been one Either it was very recently uploaded or recently ranked for not taiko, unfortunately. Yeah, it was. It actually was taiko. So maybe next year that an option. Also just putting it out there. Middle Island featured artist? Maybe? Maybe?
Maybe.
They have a very different music style from the most featured artists we've seen so far, which are more electronic artists. This kind of song is a really nice change of pace. Not going to make a joke about how the song basically changes note, the BPM with every note, which also is a change of pace on every note, because that would be a bad joke.
This is such a peaceful song.
Yep. But I know what the end is like. It's not peaceful. Well, the song still is, but it also at the same time isn't. I remember the first time I heard the song was in OWC like 100 years ago as a hidden map. That was a blast to watch when it wasn't banned. And it was banned a lot. Might have been like OWC 2015 or something like that. Okay, I'm off by 2 years and it was a no-mod map. Oops.
Off by 2 years, close enough.
I mean... yeah, it's old. 2015 is old, 2013 is old. Sweden takes the warm-up. That means they win the match.
Yup, alright. Everyone can go home now. Nice seeing you guys. See you next week. Or see you tomorrow, actually.
Yeah, so we have 2 winners bracket matches tomorrow. Between Japan and South Korea. And between Taiwan and the United Kingdom. Both really stacked matches. And both with a big potential to break the top 2 match of the tournament, which was always Japan first, Taiwan second. And then, of course, follow-up loser bracket matches of today with Germany versus Italy and Canada versus the winner of this match. It's unfortunate today already ends, but tomorrow is going to make up for that. Alright, we have a Brazilian warm-up, which is a song? Maybe? It's a common map. I play on the Brazilian team.
This sounds interesting.
Yes. Seu Madruga will go on. I have no idea what that's supposed to mean. So yeah, this is a song, I guess. Maybe. It's also 7.5 star map with an OD of 4.7. I see nothing wrong with that. What does Google Translate tell me about the first two words? Ah. Your morning will go on? Question mark? Doesn't sound like my heart will go on, at least.
It does not.
I also am really curious about how this map is going to look like, because it's 7.5 stars. I see. I see nothing wrong with the doublers in this map. Beautiful KD doublets. It is over. These ranks accurately reflect how I feel. Ah! And the songs immediately changed to Doom Butterfly, the tiebreaker of this stage. Hopefully one we're still going to see.
Roll predictions time. Go, go, go.
$42. Not a 42. Unfortunate.
58 to 35.
Sweden wins the first ban. So last week, Sweden banned Hidden. I wonder if they're going to. Yes, they are going to repeat that. They didn't even let me finish making my question. How rude of them. So they are going to ban Bubblegum, the low BPM, complex hidden map. Brazil, on the other hand, has banned Hard Rock last week, and I have an idea on what they're going to ban.
No mod 1.
They don't want to play Hero K's map, who is a Brazilian mapper.
Because you're a bad mapper.
They've been memeing about this the entire week, so I guess I should have seen it coming. But I guess what Brazil really wants to say here is they don't think it's time to say goodbye yet.
And Brazil's first pick is going to be "All I Have Are Words." We did see this played last match between Canada and freaking, how can I forget already? Canada and the one team that I can't remember. What's wrong with me? Thank you. Bruh, I don't know what's happening. I've had such bad memory the past 3 weeks. I do something. You know that moments when you walk into a room and you can't remember why you're in the room?
Yes.
I've had that once a day. It's really crazy.
I have it my entire life. It's like I don't even have extra room. It's sometimes I open Chrome because I want to look up something, and then I'm staring at my screen and I'm thinking, why did I open this? And then I close it again because I forgot.
Alright, we're gonna get into this first point.
But yeah, Incan, you have to face. You two are getting older.
Yeah, I'm getting old, man. I don't have many years left. I'm gonna spend my final years commentating for the World Cup.
Until November 29th. Sweden with the early accuracy lead on Brazil's pick, with Skarkid being a bit behind.
this being Brazil's pick, this would be a rough start. Sweden, Rack is doing fantastic. He's holding a double S. Nurend at 99.5. Boxer doing great too, but Skullkid is struggling a good bit.
Yeah, I hope for him that these more dense sections are not going to put any more bricks.
Yeah. Both are gonna find a miss. They're both gonna be around the same accuracy now, so Nurend is gonna be what's gonna be holding Sweden with the only FC left in the lobby.
Yeah, that's a decent lead for Sweden right now, but the end is especially difficult. Everyone recovering their accuracy right now.
Skullkid's gonna find a miss.
Yeah,
and then Raph is gonna, he's gonna trade it. This map feels like a callback to the round of 16 when we had error code.
Yes, it is.
In the no mod. And I know someone Fruko has noted in the stream chat that something that makes me wonder the same thing. Why Hiroke is not playing this map, given that he's mapped that map.
Maybe you don't just always like the type of map you're mapping. Might be a thing. Or this is faster than error code. Who knows? Maybe Hurricane can tell us. I saw him chat. But this is a breakpoint for Sweden.
That's definitely not the way Brazil wanted to start the match. But Sweden is proving, like what I said earlier, that their roster is tiny, but they can conquer a lot of grounds on their own. And this is a great start for Sweden. They're in the driver's seat now. They have an opportunity to get 2 points over Brazil. So yes, the question is, where do they go?
I would guess hard work is an option, seeing as I think both Swedish players don't have much against hard work. They might stick with Nomad. They're going with Ooze out. I want to say gimmicky, but it's not really. It's a BPM change map, which ends at 310 BPM, and it's really hard to hack, but at the same time this map ends in a full combo battle anyway.
We saw an amazing play from Alvaro last match. The question is, will we see something similar, or will we see it replicated here?
Spain did take a breakpoint on who's out. This song is so great.
Yeah, it sounds like a really nice song.
I wish I knew more songs like this, to be honest. No one dropping egg on these slow notes. That's impressive, actually. Brazil takes the early accuracy lead.
Yeah, Skull Kid holding a double S so far, already 2/3 of the way into the map. This is very short.
Kyomo finding a miss, and on a short map like this, as you said, that's extreme. It's flickering. Files also breaks.
I don't think there's gonna be enough to. Oh, Skull Kid's gonna break though. Nuren is holding once again. Only FC left in the lobby. Raph and Kyomo both finding misses.
And Nuren once again carrying.
Oh! Oh! He fell apart at the end there. That score ball almost fell all the way to the Brazilian side.
That was. Jesus, don't do that.
That was really close to being a Brazilian point right there. Really a difference of 2,000 points.
Yeah. Nuren getting the having a 50k lead over Scarkit, and whoa, I think just 100 makes the difference here.
So this is Brazil's chance to get some momentum going. They had a rough first pick. Hopefully the same fortune does not turn out for their second pick. They're going to pick Fremont too.
Very popular early pick. Street
Fremont,
map.
the Fremont is like, it is streamy, which is what's so tough about it. It's what I saw with Canada and Spain. It led to so many, it led to a lot of tough note locks, and that's what I feel like is why I kind of sort of wonder why this is such a popular pick, because I think playing this map on Hidden is brutal.
Yeah, it's because once you're out of patterns, it's hard to get back in most cases. And we see Hero K.
Hero K possibly going for the hidden hard rock. I don't know if Raph will go for the hidden hard rock. I know he will most certainly do hard rock. No question about that.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if I don't know who on the Swedish team will do hidden hard rock. That's where the big question mark is for me.
I would say Forge, so no one can go hard rock. Actually, we don't see hidden hard rock on either side.
So there is a slight mod advantage for Brazil here as far as the score goes. But eyes are going to be on Hero K. The only person playing hidden that is definitely the tougher mod on this map.
I feel like it's going to be between Nuent and Hero K. Nuent more likely to be able to full combo because he doesn't play with mod. But if Hero K is confident in this map and doesn't miss, that's going to be a massive score lead.
The map isn't too long, but there are plenty of streams that makes the map go on for longer than it feels.
Yeah. There's not just Wiki Eyes which have long streams, there's tons of long streams outside of VSKIs too, and they are also really tricky. We've seen that in the match just before this, where there's really tricky stream after the first VSKI which tripped up one of his bench players a lot. Everyone holding 99% accuracy right now. Hero K holding the double S with hidden.
the Brazil moving up to a 50,000 score advantage here, part because of the mod advantage, but also because Hirake is holding a double S. Raph is going to be the first one in the lobby to find some misses there.
That's not what we want, because they need to have 2 full combos to even have a chance to battle Brazil. And Numan also finds a miss with no mod. That's going to give Brazil almost a 100k lead.
We are nearing the end of the map. Oh! Hirake and Korin are both going to find some nasty misses there, but it doesn't look like it's going to be enough to give it to Sweden.
If Sweden hadn't had any misses, of course we can always play with what-if scenarios, this would have been really close. That's a point for Brazil. Winning their own pick this time.
Yeah, they're gonna need that point to build some momentum after what's happened so far. Sweden has taken 2 points, but they are back in the driver's seat. The pressure is on Sweden to continue having this 1 point advantage. Even if they ping pong back and forth from here on out, because they have that 1 extra pick, they could avoid tiebreaker.
Yep. From here on out, they basically just have to win their own picks. It's that easy.
You make it sound so simple, N-Wolf. It's not that simple.
I noticed. But it makes me sound smart. Maybe.
Sweden is gonna go to Nomad 4, which is the speed pick of the Nomads, 276 BPM.
We've seen it work out somewhat with Ooze out. Not very comfortably, but they just need to win. It doesn't matter how close it is.
This is, I would say that this is a little bit, I want to say easier because of how fast Ooze out gets at the end, but the patterns in this map are tough. Some of them are really tough.
This is a much denser map than Ooze out. Ooze out has a lot of short patterns. This has longer ones. And 1-6 bursts at 276 BPM. Thanks, yeah. Did Falch get an early miss?
It looks like he did.
Seems like he had a rough start. He's not at 95% yet. He is now, but that's not a nice start for them. That's going to give Brazil a decent lead.
Ooh, Raph is going to find a lot of misses in the little section there.
He's not finding to the map. That's rough. Durant holding the highest accuracy in the lobby right now, but Rafalj is 100,000 points behind himself. The hardest section of the map. It's still possible for Sweden to win if Brazil finds a lot of misses here on these harder patterns, but it's with how who's going to.
Yep. I think Brazil has a very substantial lead now, and it's only growing as the score bar can show. There's not much time left in the map. Rafal is finding even more misses. I think that's going to seal the deal unless one of the Brazilian players just stop.
This is an impressive performance by the Brazilian team. Fluent also holding really strong. Rafal didn't really find into the map. I doubt they planned this to happen. It was just not meant to be.
Definitely a rough pick for Sweden there, but it does give Brazil, it puts them on even playing field. We basically reset Brazil in the driver's seat for their next pick. They will be back up if they win this, and we'll be going back and forth. This puts tiebreaker possibility back on the table. And they are going to pick Wood Amin Punk is impressed.
This is a much harder map than what we've seen so far. One of the hardest in this pool. Lots of bursts. One big stream. So far, it's slightly in Brazil's favor with Rafale's Enduro and finding early drops on these bursts. Really uncomfortable doublet plus quad 160 patterns. This pick is working very nicely in Brazil's favor so far. That's a bit more than a 150k lead. Long screen. That's a foul shot. He's below 90%.
He's below 90, he's also below the passing threshold. There is a good bit of the map left to go, but that is definitely not good. That's going to give Brazil a massive lead.
Good pick by them. Aim Punk be impressed by Foxuro's full combo. That was a strong performance by the Brazilian team, but Sweden have a pick now, they can tie it up again.
Sweden is gonna pick Tarot, not sure how to say that part, but the Raiden map, the very long hard rock pick.
Very long indeed. Very streamy, and it worked out in Brazil's favor on Strato Fortress. This is Sweden's pick, and we did see Brazil finding a lot of misses at the end of Strato Fortress. So possibly good for Sweden on this map.
Here we go.
Also, vv577736876 is a featured artist. You should check them out. They make metal songs. Early accuracy for Brazil, but Cohen finding a lot of misses.
So does Nurin, though. So does Rafals.
No one again.
Hirake, the only person in the lobby left with the FC so far.
Are these drops for Brazil? No, they're not. They are for Cohen, not for Hirake. These streams are not nice to know, and he's back to 0 HP. Halfway through the map, that's really hard to recover from. I'm not even sure they can reach passing range if they full cover the rest of the map. Brazil will lead with 300,000 points. Colin finds misses, but it's not going to be nearly enough. Especially with no one still so far away from passing. The last stream, and it's going to be Brazil's point.
I didn't want to say anything about I didn't want to say anything about the full combo, but he did get it.
Impressive score. Unfortunately, no one didn't pass. Now it's Brazil's pick, and they can even further their lead. At this point, the question is, what can they pick? Because apparently everything is open to them now.
Sweden did surprise us with the first pick, so you never know. But it is looking... Brazil has more options now, I would say.
They performed really dominantly on these last two maps especially. They're going for Polygon, the anti-mod tech map. With no questionable weapon choices at all. Hero K staying in, Foxy swapping in. Hero K is getting water to stay hydrated. Staying hydrated is important. Also, it improves your taiko skills. Tiger Eyes informing me that water in fact keeps you from dying. That is a good thing to know.
Stay hydrated, bot. Where is it? Where is it?
Is it gone? We see a hard rock from a Fulgent Fox and a hidden hard rock from Hero K. New and going with Nomad, so they have a double mod advantage this time. Rafael trying to be first missing this map. Everyone missing in the really tricky section. No
Except
outfit
Nurin.
choices. Yes. except the player who can actually read this. Another comfortable lead by Brazil right now, especially thanks to Hero Case and Hard Rock. That's a victory by Brazil on the 5th map. 2 maps to go to take the match home. The last no mod is still open for Sweden if we want to go there. Seeing as how with Amipook is impressed, went maybe not the best idea. But then again, looking at what's left over, I'm not sure what is a good idea. Possibly, yeah, Hard Rock 1. Bursty map, hard to act, also hard to combo because of the really tricky bursts, especially in the second half of the map. Colin coming back in. Everyone else is as usual. And we're starting the map. Good luck to all the players. You'll need it. No, the first one to fall. But this map is not treating anyone nicely.
Everyone's struggling with accuracy. Right now, Raph is at the highest.
And he's gone too.
Hurricane holding 99% accuracy though.
And the accuracy is gone too.
It's still pretty high compared to everyone else in the lobby though.
Yeah, fair. Wizard still with your double full combo. Nuwan not too far behind Cohen except for his one miss. Actually found another. Okay, Coleman does find a miss on one of these tricky bursts. Everyone finding misses on this tricky burst except Hero K. It didn't actually change anything about the score difference. If anything, it's slightly close, but not really. Coin finds more misses. Lead is shrinking, but it's still very comfortably on Brazil's side so far. But a closer point than the last few we've seen so far. Brazil is
Definitely a tough map overall.
Yeah.
Everyone struggled with it a little bit. Hurricane with the FC again. Hurricane getting a lot of just amazing plays. Brazil at match point, and this is their pick.
They can pick whatever now. As long as Hero K stays with strong. Which means they might just go with the last 3 more. Also, I don't want to say anything, but Brazil has not lost a single point this match when Hero K was playing.
Raph makes a good point. The person who wins this, or the team that wins this, will move on to face Canada.
They also put out some scary performances. I wasn't sure about Canada the last few weeks, honestly, but they've returned. We see the last Nomad. Blue. A loved map by Yoni, a Japanese player, playing the Japanese team this year. Tech map, or a speed map if you can single tap it, I guess. Oh, it's a really calm song, so this means it's a calm map. It doesn't. I know the spoiler was necessary because the 7.3 star rating doesn't necessarily mean it's an evil map. It is.
Oh.
Sweden with the slight accuracy lead. Very tiny. But we're entering the hard section now with all these bursts, and we're fighting the first one to drop. We're trying the old full combo now. But the Fouls is not comfortable with this map. And no, its combo's also gone. All eyes on Hero K, who is holding the highest accuracy.
So Raph really struggling at 92, climbing up to 93% now. Back down to 91. Nurin and Skull Kid almost matched Hurricane once again, just going ham and proving that this is just not an issue for him at all.
Not a full combo, but a really impressive accuracy by Hurricane, and that's the match. Brazil wins 7-2. Sweden drops out of the tournament. Brazil advances to face Canada tomorrow at 17 UTC. That's going to be a good match.
If I could have a moment to just give Sweden a huge amount of praise for being a 3-player team, making it to the semifinals, taking 2 points off of a team like Brazil.
Yes.
Regardless of their performances, regardless of anything, Sweden has hardly ever gotten this far in the World Cup. For them to come this far out of nowhere with only 3 players, that is fantastic, and that deserves a huge amount of props.
Sweden has really showed up this year. They haven't really gotten for ever before in TWC, and this actually was the first time they got out of group stage, and they've done some pretty nice performances. They didn't go out on a sweep, which is also really nice for every team. Brazil does win once more. They won in group stage against Sweden. They won now.
Japan will be going up, not Japan, I said Japan in the chat. Brazil will be going up against Canada. That will be, let me check the schedule.
17 UTC.
Thank you, Enwolf.
Tomorrow we have a lot of great matches. We've mentioned them before. So tomorrow we're going to see the winner bracket matches. Japan vs South Korea starting at 11 UTC, and Taiwan vs the United Kingdom. United Kingdom first time this far into the winners bracket. Really excited to see how this match is going to go. Both matches are going to be really exciting because I think South Korea doesn't want to get swept unlike last year.
This is a really exciting year. This is the year for Japan to lose, in my opinion. The match is at 11 UTC, so that's 7 AM my time. I'm gonna be waking up to watch Japan versus Korea because I really want to see Korea win. I really want to see Japan lose. This could be a groundbreaking match, and I have my money on the Korean team.
I too would like to see a change. I would like to see both South Korea and United Kingdom win. For this one reason, the top 2 cannot be Japan and Taiwan if both South Korea and United Kingdom win. So if they do, we have a massive change in the TWC because for 5 years now we've had Japan in first, Taiwan in second, someone else in third. And I would really love to see in this 10th TWC for that to change. I don't care how, I just want to see it change.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I will be giving all of my energy, even though I'll be probably very tired at that time. I'll be giving them to the Korean team. I'm gonna be watching. I'm gonna be praying that they pull out a win over Japan, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah. I also want to point out the loser bracket matches one more time tomorrow. Germany versus Italy at 15:30 UTC after a short break. And Brazil versus Canada, as we've mentioned several times by now. Italy wants to further their first time this far into the tournament. They've come top 16 last year and they're currently in the top 8 spot. I'm sure they want to make it a top 6 spot. Germany, of course, wants to be the last high seed. They are the last high seed left in the tournament. They want to be the only high seed in the top 6. Brazil versus Canada is a tiebreaker potential match. It's the last match of the weekend, so it's obviously going to be the longest. That's tradition. But until tomorrow, we are done. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you then. Remember, rhythm is just a click away. Thank you, Incandescents.
Thank you, Animal.